Hi guys! You may be wondering right now, why is Liz doing a video with no makeup on? Well, it's because I want to take you through a Savvy mineral makeup application. And I am no makeup expert, but I do know that I have used mineral makeup for a long time, so I'm very familiar with it. I like a natural look for makeup, and mineral makeup is perfect for that, but I know many people who like more of a defined look, and they still use mineral makeup because it's amazing for mixing and layering and getting that perfect look that you like. So I'm going to walk you through how I apply my makeup in case you've never used mineral makeup before and you're interested in Savvy mineral makeup. But you don't really know how to apply it or how to use it. Maybe you want to see some of the colors, and so I'm going to tell you the names of the colors that I'm using. And I'm going to do my day face, and then I will probably do another video very soon where I will do a night look, okay? So hopefully we'll have some other leaders that might jump on and share some things if they're more experts at makeup. And I'm going to share my tips and tricks for how I do it, and everyone's different, so you can kind of take the way that you do your makeup and you can start to add in Savvy and use it, because Savvy makeup is free from all the bad things that are in most makeups out there. And if you're not familiar with it, then search on the team page or do a Google search of like what's not in Savvy minerals that's in other makeup. So to start off, you are going to want your Young Living foundation. It comes like this, and it's a powder. It's mineral makeup. I always start by tapping the lid because the lid is where a lot of the makeup gets, and you don't want to open it and have makeup coming all over. So it comes out, and it's let's see if I can powder here. I don't know if it's going to be better without this light. Yeah, maybe it is. Okay, so it's a powder, and usually there's already a little in the lid. See that? And I always use the lid. Now, you can buy the misting spray that Young Living sells. It's awesome. You can also use the Lavaderm spray, but you need a spray to kind of wet your brush to pick up the makeup. I make my own toning mist. The recipe is in our recipe page in Team Cup Runneth Over, and it's basically rose water, witch hazel, and then I put the essential oils that I like to use, which is usually frankincense, jasmine, all kinds of amazing skin oils. So the first thing you're going to do is take your foundation brush, which I have the Young Living Savvy brush set. So these brushes are so amazing, but you need kind of a hard flat brush, or hard short bristled brush. So you're going to spray your brush a few times, and then I usually like to dab off the excess. Now this is where you can get a lot of coverage or minimal coverage, and so you can just keep layering if you like a lot of coverage, or if you want, you can actually spray right into the lid if you like more of that wet foundation or liquid foundation. So you swirl around in the cap, and then you tap off the excess, and you just start applying in a circular motion. And what I've always heard it called is that you're buffing the makeup in. So I've never done this in a camera before. I'm always in my bathroom with my mirror, but you guys are gonna see all my fun makeup faces, which is always fun, right? Now, when you need to get more, I use the cap. You just go and you dip a little bit in. You're going to see a lot on there. You don't want to just apply that right to your face. You want to go back to your lid, tap it off, and then do kind of a swirl in the lid and a tap to get that excess off. And then you're going to just go, and I usually look for the places, I have very pink undertones in my skin, so I look for the places that look pinkish, and then I hit those again because those places obviously didn't get as much coverage. So, and I don't really do my forehead too much because I have bangs, so it's always covered up. Now, I don't do a lot of oh, what's it called? I'm trying to think, and I'm having a brain fart. like I don't cover circles under my eyes, or I don't cover, like if I have a pimple, what is that called? Why am I having such a brain fart? Anyway, I don't do that, but I know you can mix this with water, and you can do that, or you can mix it. I think some people put like animal scent ointment around their eyes, and then we'll do a little bit more concealer that way. I just don't like that much of I don't like a really thick foundation, so I don't do that. You may want to wet your brush in the middle. I think I'm almost pretty even here. The lighting is probably not exactly perfect. It's always better in my bathroom, but some people put their eye makeup on first and then do their foundation last to, like, in case some of the eye makeup gets under their eyes. That's just not how I do my makeup, but if you are someone who is worried about that, or that's how you do your makeup, then you can totally do that, and you can do your foundation last. And some people, I do it on top of my eyes as like my base for my eyeshadow. Some people don't do that either. They'll use one of the eyeshadows as their base. So, you know, you really just can take your makeup routine and make it yours. But this is how you apply the foundation, is you just buff it in until, and you can keep adding layers and make it as thick or as light as you want. And the part that I love, I always want to blend into your neck and stuff. The part that I love is that it feels light. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel cakey. My hair's going to get all messed up during this. I use warm number 2. Most people are either warm 2 or cool 2. Warm 2 is going to be more of, sorry, let me start over. Cool 2 is going to be more of the pinky tones. I actually am a cool 2. Like when you match it on my skin, they both work very well. This makeup is so forgiving as far as color matching. But cool 2 actually matches perfectly. But I don't want, because I already have pinky skin, I get flushed really easy. So to balance out the pink, I use warm number 2. So you can either match it exactly, or you can balance out. If you have pinky skin, you could choose warm number 2, or you could go with cool number 2, which would match it exactly. If you have more olive skin tone, then that would probably be a cool 2, and I don't think you would want to add pink in, so you probably would just go with cool 2. But if you have like pinker skin, you can either match it with the cool, or you could go with warm. So that's cool, warm number 2. Gonna confuse you guys. Okay, so that's my foundation. All right, now next I do blush. Some people do bronzer. I don't do bronzer. I actually apply my blush where bronzer probably goes. They say, you know, when you do that fish face, which I'm going to do for you guys in a minute, and you would do your makeup right here, that's usually where a bronzer would go, where would be, they say, where the sun hits you and a natural shadow would be. So it's usually here, sometimes your bridge of your nose. Some people do bronzer along their cheek lines, and that's more for contour and definition. And I am not that great of a makeup expert to know how to use that, but or to do bronzer. But I do know that I apply my blush where you would apply bronzer. So blush is actually supposed to be applied to the circles of your cheeks here. And I apply it more on the contours here. So the color that I'm using for my blush is called I Do Believe You're Blushing. It's a fairly light pink. And I actually have a different brush. So Young Living has a really nice blush brush. But it's really light and thin and fluffy. And I have used a different mineral makeup blush brush for years, and it's thicker and heavier, and I'm just used to it, so I keep using this one. But it's the same thing with the blush. You just take a little bit, dip it in. You only want to really get the tips. You're going to get some on the brush, and then you're going to go to the lid and kind of buff it in, swirl it in, whatever you want to call it, and then you're going to tap off the excess. I don't use spray for this part because I don't want my blush to be super duper dark. When you add water, you're getting more coverage or more color, which you're going to be able to see better when I'm doing my eyeshadow. But so for my blush, I do my fish face. You guys are gonna. And then I come in and do my cheeks there. And then I usually, I don't know why or where I learned this, but I do a little on my nose and a little on my chin. I feel like the lighting from the curtains is making this hard to see. And you can make it as dark as you want. Now, if you were doing bronzer, you would kind of do your bronzer in those places, and then you would come back with a blush and do, you know, your pink kind of up here. That is not how I do it. You know, like I said, we all have our makeup routines and the way that we do things, and I'm just sharing with you the way I do it because I'm hoping it will help you to feel more comfortable trying mineral makeup. Okay, so next is going to be eyeshadow. They always say you need 3 colors, a light, a medium, and a dark. So for my light, I am using Wanderlust. This is like, I love this. It's like a white shimmer. It looks like, I just dumped some on my computer. It looks almost like a peach, but when you get it on your eyes, it is a natural white color. I can't believe I just dumped some of that on my computer. I should have known that might happen. Okay, so starting with your light, and I'll tell you what the medium and the other color is as we go. Same trick, you're going to wet your brush. I use the eyeshadow brush, and the nice thing about Young Living brushes is they all say what brush it is, so eyeshadow. Now for my light, some people will, I gotta get my hair out of the way, you guys. This is gonna look funny, but at least you'll be able to see. Okay, some people will only do the upper bridge of their eyes, like up here, like a highlighter with the lighter eyeshadow. Okay, now you can see it. There we go. I like to cover my whole eye and kind of use this as my base for the light color. I keep seeing my diffuser in the background and think that's like the powder coming off, but it's not. Okay, so I do that. Like I said, I like to do my whole eye. And then with lighter eyeshadows, sometimes people will do a little bit. Now this looks really funny when you don't have the other eyeshadow on, but just wait, it all comes together. So this is like the highlighter. And like I said, you really only need this up under your brow here on the outside. And then some people like to do a little dab on their inside. I do it as the whole base to my whole eye, and that helps to hold all the other eyeshadows in. Okay, so done with that one. It looks very light and funny when it's only that one. I love that you guys are getting to see the whole, so then I usually brush off the color a little bit in my hand. I will spray the next one. Now you're going to need your medium color. Now I am doing a day look, so next is going to be residual. Now residual is only a little bit darker than, it also has kind of a pink peachy look to it. It does have a little shimmer to it. I like shimmer, some people don't. If you don't like shimmer, they have some matte colors, and the next one that I would use when I do the matte is Best Kept Secret. That is also, that would be like a medium color. Some people use it as a base if you have tanner skin, or the light if you don't like the white, the Wanderlust. So same thing, gonna spray my brush, going to pick up a little bit of the color. I'm picking it up from my little container down here, and I'm using the lid. You can spray, a lot of people spray right in the lid if they want to get more color. Now for the medium color, you're trying to just get on your eyelid and maybe a little bit up into the ridge. So I just kind of get it on my eyelid and then I get up in the ridge. And this is really interesting to do not in my mirror. My hope was to get an easel for my phone so that I could take you guys in the bathroom and just put the easel right by my mirror so I could look into my normal mirror and do it. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my lid because I want a little bit more color. Now, if you're doing an evening look, you're going to go a little darker with both your darker colors. I still do the white no matter if I'm doing the Wanderlust, if I'm doing evening or day. But I do lighter colors for day look. Okay. So it's kind of hard to see. This lighting is not the best. Okay, I think it's coming. It's starting to come together. You know, it's always funny makeup. It like all comes together when you do the mascara and the lipstick, right? It looks like nothing until then. Okay, so the dark color, so that was on the eyelids and a little bit into the creases, okay? Next, and like I said, everyone does their eyeshadow different. This is just the way that I was taught and the way that I do it. The next color would be the dark color, and I'm using Inspired. Now this one actually has a little color to it. Hopefully you can see it. It's like a plummish, purplish color. So I'm gonna spray the lid. My brush is still damp, and I'm gonna pick up some color from my container and put it in there. Now this part, because I'm a homeschool mom, I always say it's like making greater than and less than symbols on the corners of your eyes. So you're going to start kind of a little bit out from the middle, and you're going to go into that crease and then go along the lash line. So it's like you're making a greater than or less than symbol. I don't know how else to say it. Alligator. Oh my gosh, this is so weird without my mirror. I feel like I'm doing it backwards. I am doing it backwards because it feels weird not to look into a mirror. I should get a mirror. This side is easier for me somehow. Now, if I was using one of the darker colors, this would be easier to see for you guys. I do like my makeup really natural, so it's a little harder to see. I'm going to try and go a little darker just so you guys can get a better idea of this shape I'm making. I'm just basically going in the crease and then on the lash line with the darker color. In the crease and on the lash line. So basically like this on both sides of my eyes. So when I'm done with that, I take the blending brush, that's what this is, and I'll go over my whole eyelid and just kind of blend it in. Now when I do the evening look, the colors are darker and the lines seem more dramatic, and I don't like that. I like to blend it so it's just more natural and eased in, and that's what this blending brush is for. Alright, so that's what I do. I always take, in case there was any fallout, I always just take my foundation brush and just go back under my eyes to like remove if there was any dust or any of the eye makeup kind of fell. So that's my eye makeup. Now it'll come together once I get my mascara on, which I'm going to have to move my bangs in a second. But not everybody does this, but this is what I do. I take my toning mist and I just spray my whole face after I get all the powder aspect done. I feel like it kind of sets my makeup and holds it there for the day. I'm really excited because the primer has come out and I'm ordering it this month, and that also is something that you put on before you do your makeup, and I feel like that will be really handy to help keep makeup set. But I like to do the spray just to feel like the powder is set. I am not going to do eyeliner in this video. I will do it when I do my evening look, but I do use the multitasker for that, and I use the dark. It's like a dark brown color, and you can use that for your eyeliner, and it works super well, and I really like it. Okay, so that was all that. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes for you guys, which is going to be fun for you guys to watch because this is how I do my makeup. Now you know. So I will do the mascara. I don't know. Mascara is going to be hard to do in this mirror too. Or in this video. Everything is opposite in the video, so it feels really funny. Like, it's not like looking in a mirror. It's like everything is a little backwards. It's flipped. Now, I am in love with, see how I went this side because that is what I'm seeing, but it's actually this side. That's so weird. So I am being very talented doing this flipped I love Young Living mascara. When I first tried it, sorry, I'm trying to focus and talk at the same time. It's not easy. When I first tried it, I thought that it clumped, but I think it was just because it was a new bottle, and you know how that is sometimes when you pull out brand new mascara and there is a lot of it on the end of the brush, and so I thought it was really clumpy, and I was like, oh no, but then I just sat there and spread it around some more and it worked great. Okay, I'm going the opposite way. Ah! I knew that was going to happen. Something was going to go wrong. Alright, and now that it's opposite, see how I went this way? Because it's not a mirror image. I wonder if I could have flipped this before I did this video. Okay, and I would probably go back and put some more foundation over that because I might have taken some off. Okay, you guys have to give me some slack because it is flipped and it's really confusing to do your makeup in a flipped mirror. Okay, so then after that, it's lipstick, you guys. Okay, so right, like it looks a little better now. It didn't really look like much, but now you can kind of see all of it together. I use, for my day look, I use Uptown Girl. And for my nighttime look, I use Siren. So I'm just going to do, I'll show you Siren. It's like a dark brownish kind of red. Looks a little different on, but I'm not going to put that one on because it's dark and I'm doing day look right now. So this is Uptown Girl. On the Facebook, not on the Facebook, on the Young Living website, it looks really dark, and it almost looks really dark here. But it's actually kind of pinky plummy, and it's not super dark. To me, it seems very natural looking. It just gives a little color to your lips. Alright, so there we go. That is my daytime face, and hopefully this helped you get some color ideas and just to see a little bit how Young Living mineral makeup works. And forgive me, I thought this would be easier doing this in my computer, and I didn't realize it was going to flip me around and make it a little confusing for me. So I probably wasn't on my A game, but maybe by the time I do the nighttime look video, I'll be able to figure that out, or I'll have an easel so I can take my phone in the bathroom and just look in my normal mirror and do it how I normally do it. But I just hope this gave you guys an idea of how mineral makeup works, how you apply it, and some of the colors. So, alright, bye guys!